The case of two miners who met the ctones, the tribe that lives in the depths of the earth. On February 28, 2003, a mine collapsed near the Chinese city of Jixi. The rescue teams recovered the bodies of only 12 of the 14 missing miners. Two of the workers, Lao Pen and Wan Hu, were not found anywhere in the mine. Mysteriously, after 5 years, in 2008, Wan Hu returned home, but his wife had remarried and his children had left. When authorities learned of the strange case, that his family had received compensations that they should not have received, because Wan Hu was alive. When Wan Hu was asked if he and his family had taken advantage of the situation, Wan Hu said no, and he paid all the expenses to the government. Then they asked him where he had been all this time, and he said that during the time of his absence, he lived with the powerful clandestine civilization of the ctones. Wan Hu was tested, but the doctors concluded that he was physically and mentally healthy. But the doctors could not explain why mineworker showed no sign of anthracosis, which is the deposition of carbon dust inside the lungs. According to his medical records, before the accident, Wan Hu already showed signs of anthracosis and would retire soon. But after his alleged stay in an underground city, the mineworker had no trace of any lung pathology at all. Moreover, he had, all 32, teeth, despite the fact that, according to his medical records, he should have had only 25. Although he was 39 years old, his health seemed to be that of a young ma. On top of that, Wan Hu had 40,000 yuan in his bank account. Wan Hu told the authorities that he received the ctones diamonds. After the collapse of the mine, Wan Hu and Lao Pen, they were separated not only from the surface but also from the other miners. They waited for 3 days with enough water, but practically without food. They decided to explore ancient tunnels, which lead to the deepest part of the mine, hoping to find their way to the surface. Unfortunately, that was not the case and they went further into the labyrinth of the tunnels. And there, they were attacked by strange human beings, the ctones. Although they were small, the ctones managed to capture the two miners. But they fed them well and drove them even deeper into their kingdom. The ctones had created a system of lenses that illuminated the tunnels. Wan Hu was sure they were human, although they were very small. The two miners lived among the ctones for 5 years. The ctones believed that life on the surface was a terrible burden, and that is why they thought that Wan Hu and Lao Pen were trying to escape to a better world. There was no hunger or disease among the underground civilization. Its only source of food was the fungus that abounded in these caves. The ctones even had developed a writing system. The underground civilization was familiar with metallurgy, but rarely used iron. Instead, it used bronze, silver and gold. This was not a bad way of life, but Wan Hu wanted to see the sun again. He was led to a cave where there was a hole that led to the surface. After that, he was declared insane. He was even sent to a military base instead of the local psychiatric asylum. So far, no one has heard from him.